So, are you ready to go running up that hill? Stranger Things Season 4 brought forth a lot of things, both powerful, supernatural, emotional, and horrifying. Oh, and everything in between, just to be clear. Fans haven't stopped raving about it now that the full season is out per Volume 2's release. But even now with both parts of the whole out, there are still some moments that stand out, not the least of which is the prominent song of Season 1 via Running Up That Hill, that played in a very key scene and has captivated everyone ever since. But how much do you honestly know about the song itself? If it's not much, we'll help you out with that. Number 10. The song. Running Up That Hill came from Bush's fifth studio album, Hounds of Love, released in 1985, thus is fair to hear in Season 4 of the show. It is Bush's most successful album, reaching the top of the UK album chart. In 1992, Bush said in an episode of BBC's Classic Albums that she felt a lot of pressure when creating it because her previous album, The Dreaming, only reached number 3 on the UK charts. I think it was felt that me producing Hounds of Love wasn't such a good idea, and for the first time I felt I was actually meeting resistance artistically, Bush said. She added that she still had more creative control than ever before because she was more aware of how to produce an album. Number 9. Award nominated. Kate Bush won her first Brit Award, the equivalent of a Grammy in the US, in 1987. However, a year before, the English singer was nominated 3 times. Running Up That Hill was nominated for Best British Single, and Hounds of Love was nominated for Best British Album. Bush was also nominated for Best British Female, the award which eventually won in 1987 and has been nominated for 6 times. Number 8. Name change. During her interview with Classic Albums in 1992, Bush revealed that she regretted having to change the name of the hit song. Bush said the song was originally called Deal with God, explaining, "We were told that if we kept this title, then it wouldn't be played in any of the religious countries." She added, "And generally, we might keep it blocked purely because it had God in the title." Now, I couldn't believe this. This seemed completely ridiculous to me, and the title was such a big part of the song's identity. Bush said she compromised because she wanted people to hear her songs. "I just spent 2 to 3 years making an album when we weren't going to get this record played on the radio if I was stubborn, so I felt I had to be grown up about this," Bush said. "But it's always something that I regretted doing, and normally regret any compromises that I make." Number 7. Swapping roles. During that same 1992 interview, Bush explained the meaning behind the song. "I was trying to say, really, a man and a woman can't understand each other because we are a man and a woman," the English singer said. "And if we could actually swap each other's roles, if we could actually be in each other's place for a while, I think we both will be very surprised, and I think it would lead to a greater understanding." Bush added that she chose the words "a deal with God" rather than "a deal with the devil" because she thought the idea of asking God was so much more powerful. Number 6. First US hit. While Bush has always been popular in her native UK, her music has not been as successful internationally. Billboard reported that Running Up That Hill originally reached the position of number 30 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1985 when it was first released. However, after being used in Stranger Things, the song reached the number 8 spot on the same chart in early June, making it Bush's first single to enter the top 10 of the Hot 100. Enemy reported last week that the song had risen to number 4 on the Billboard chart and number 1 on Billboard's Global 200 chart. The song was also number 1 in Australia, New Zealand, and Switzerland. Bush has since thanked Stranger Things fans in a message on her website. Number 5. The Olympics. Running Up That Hill also re-entered the UK Top 10 Singles chart, reaching number 1 according to The Guardian. However, this is not the first time the song has re-entered the charts. It also reached the number 6 spot after a remix was used in the 2012 Olympic Games closing ceremony, which was held in London. When the song was first released, it reached number 3 on the UK chart. Number 4. Not the first TV show appearance. Stranger Things is not the first time the song has been used in a TV series. Running Up That Hill was first used as a theme song for the BBC children's drama Running Scared in 1986. It has also been used in the pilot of the Emmy-winning, critically acclaimed series Pose and the BAFTA-winning It's a Sin. A cover of the song by British rock band Placebo has also been used in a number of series, such as How to Get Away with Murder, Big Little Lies, and the pilot of The Vampire Diaries. Number 3. Isolation and alienation. Running Up That Hill was used prominently in Season 4, Part 1 of Stranger Things. The show's music supervisor, Nora Felder, told Variety the song was chosen as the main theme for Max, Sadie Sink in the season, who struggles with isolation from her friends. It immediately struck me with its deep chords of the possible connection to Max's emotional struggles, and took on more significance as Bush's song marinated in my conscious awareness, Felder said. Felder added, in the face of Max's painful isolation and alienation from others, A Deal with God could heart-wrenchingly reflect Max's implicit belief that only a miracle of unlikely understanding and show of support could help her climb the hills of life before her. In Max's situation, the need for a deal with God can perhaps be metaphorically understood as a desperate cry for love, to manifest the extraordinary understanding and support Max needed while feeling so painfully alone. Variety reported that Bush is selective about giving permission for her songs to be used, but she is a fan of the Netflix series. Number 2, Record Breaker. Running Up That Hill reaching number 1 in the UK broke 3 Guinness World Records according to the company. For starters, it broke the record for the longest time taken for a single to reach number 1 on the UK single charts after hitting the top spot 37 years after its release. According to The Mirror, the previous record holder was Wham with their song Last Christmas, which reached number 1 in 2021, 36 years after its release. The second record was the longest gap between number 1 singles on the UK singles chart. Bush's last number 1 was her debut single, Wuthering Heights, which came out 44 years ago. Finally, Bush, who is 63 years old, is now the oldest female artist to score a number 1 hit on the UK singles chart. The previous record was held by Cher, who was 52 years old when Believe reached the top of the charts in 1998. Cher congratulated Bush on Twitter for overtaking her. "Bravo, Kate. Records are meant to be broken," Cher wrote. "Remember back in the day when women had short sell-by dates? We had to fight our way through the testosterone curtain, and we did it so the girls who came after us could sing as long as they want to." Number 1, bonus fact. Due to how popular the song got thanks to Stranger Things, it's honestly very likely that as of right now, Kate Bush hasn't just been getting new fans, she is making millions on royalties alone. How? Because due to her owning the full rights to the song, she gets all of the payouts from the royalties. So since Stranger Things Season 4 is going to be on people's minds for a while, people are going to keep listening to that track, and Bush is happy with that. It's just extraordinary. I mean, it's such a great series. I thought that the track would get some attention, but I never imagined that it would be anything like this, Bush told BBC Radio 4's Woman's Hour. It's so exciting. It's quite shocking, really, isn't it? The whole world's gone mad. What's really wonderful is that this is a whole new audience who, in a lot of cases, haven't heard of me, and I love that. The thought of all these young people hearing this song for the first time and discovering it, well, I think it's very special. So, what do you think? What do you think of this look at Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush and all the hidden meanings of it, as well as how the song exploded in popularity due to its involvement in Stranger Things? Do you feel that this is one of those perfect choices that led to everyone getting something good from it? Are you going to go and listen to the song now that it's likely stuck in your head? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the channel.